My girlfriend wanted me to dress like BTS. About 2 or 3 times a month, my girlfriend and I go out to a nice restaurant. For reference, $30 to $50 entrees and $15 cocktails. Hello everyone, Stories Boss here. Let's begin. My girlfriend is more into the whole experience, while I'm more interested in just trying interesting foods. I don't really care for dressing up, and the restaurants around us have pretty relaxed dress codes. My girlfriend is the type of person who will put on makeup and do her hair even if we're not doing anything. Recently, she flat out refused to go out with me because I was going to show up in sandals, some comfy pants, a t-shirt, and a hat. To clarify, the clothes weren't raggedy or dirty. I was still clean cut, just not putting on slim pants, a collared shirt, hair product, cologne, etc. It's not just the process of putting these things on, but I also find them uncomfortable both physically and mentally. The circumstances leading to this dinner were somewhat spontaneous. I randomly decided I wanted to try this place, called, and happened to score a reservation about 2 hours before. I just wanted to go try the food and not have it turn into a date night. This kind of thing has happened before, but usually I just give in and dress up. I feel like it should be okay to not be fancy once in a while. I ended up dressing up because I didn't feel like arguing. My girlfriend says I'm an a-hole because I should care more about looking nice, especially when she puts in the effort. I say it shouldn't always be necessary, and I'm not telling her how to dress. I put in effort 90% of the time. She also says it's rude to the restaurant to come in looking like that. I definitely stand out a bit from other patrons, but does the restaurant really care? We order a lot, and I tip well. Plus, it was my idea. I made the reservations, and I'm paying, which I almost always do. I will say, if I was going to this restaurant with my friends or myself, I do eat at nice places alone sometimes, I would probably be dressed even worse than what I tried this time. Edit. To clarify, comfy pants doesn't mean sweatpants or pajamas. In this case, just visibly older and not flattering fit. Other times, it might be shorts, or maybe joggers, but I don't like wearing my slim-fitting pants, especially if I've been exercising a lot and just want to be able to move freely, which is often. Edit 2. I also wear a hat because my hair gets in my eyes if there's no product. I don't like how the product feels, and I already have to wear it 5 days a week for work. Neither my girlfriend nor I like my hair shorter, and my girlfriend hated it when I grew it out enough to tie. For me, there's nothing wrong whether you dress well or not. What's important is that you're not stepping down on someone. Be kind to people around you without any reason. I don't like to impress people on how I dress up or how I look in public. I even shop with shirts like $2 worth. Anyway, in your case, I think you should really talk about it personally because you're in a relationship with her, and she would like you to step up a little more on dressing when you go off on a date. You know, bro, it's a girl thing too. We can't argue on that. And good thing is, make it as motivation too. Maybe she just wanted you to be more self-conscious. She should thank me for telling her the truth about her husband. So I, 35 female, am a single mother, and my daughter is 10 years old. The father was never in the picture. I moved into my neighborhood for almost 7 years now, and there weren't any serious issues. Most of my neighbors are friendly, and my daughters are friends with their children. Well, I have this one neighbor. Let's call her Teresa, and she's a problematic neighbor. The neighbors don't find her very pleasing to be around. The thing is, she seems to have something against me. My daughter is friendly enough, so she likes to approach other kids to make friends. She tried to be friends with Teresa's son, but he started crying, and Teresa told her to stay away from her son, which I find harsh. My daughter felt bad about it, but I said it's okay to just leave Teresa's son alone. Teresa would always show up at my house unannounced, eat my snacks, and even took my daughter's sweets from the kitchen. Confronted her about it, but she said her house is far away. Oh, not to mention, she stole my favorite perfume, which I sold my liver. Not just kidding. Well, it's a bit pricey, but I've been using this perfume since I was in high school. Didn't want to confront her about it and had a hard time letting it go. And she asked me where's the father and why isn't he here, which I don't mind people asking. And I told her he's out of the picture. She then kept asking me why. Now, I don't like to share that. I kept telling her to stop. And then she said, I just want to know what kind of woman you are, and laughs about it. Nosy. Then she also accused me of seducing her husband. Now, number one, I have never, ever talked to him alone. Yes, we did meet in the park because my daughter wanted to go there, and somehow the husband and the son were there as well. I kept the conversation as short as possible because he made me uncomfortable. There are some places we run into, but that's it. Anyway, when I arrived to the school my daughter is in and I saw her being upset and on the verge of tears, she ran to me and hugged me tight. I asked her what happened, and she told me that Teresa's son told her that he's so lucky to have a father unlike her. My daughter said Teresa also joined and said that her father doesn't want her. That's why he's not there with her. I wasn't mad. I was furious. That day, I went to Teresa's house and told her she had no right to tell my daughter what she said earlier. She said, "Truth hurts. She needs to know the truth," and proceeded to tell me how lucky she is that she's not a single mother. I then said that, "You're focusing on me too much. You don't know what your husband's been doing." She asked what I meant. I then told her that while I was at the grocery store, I saw her husband buying for protection and beers with a woman in his arms, which is true. Her face was red. She accused me of lying. I said, "Truth hurts. You need to know the truth." When I left, I told some of my friends, and they told me I'm a bit harsh for that. I mean, I need to help Teresa put her eyes on her husband. If I was in this person's situation in the story, I'd also despise her. Teresa just crossed the line when she told her son such things about this person's family situation with her daughter's dad, which was wrong. But Teresa also crossed the line a little bit. I mean, we know she's pissed, but those topics were sensitive to be told in a harsh way. She could have talked about it in a way that she won't be madly shocked, and we'll believe her instead. Well, they both did the thing though. My great husband wanted me to pay the rent. TLDR, my husband made us move into a big expensive penthouse that I didn't agree to, with the promise he'll take care of the rent and costs. Once I got a new job and my first paycheck, he insisted I now have to pay the full rent. Both my husband, 37 male, and I, 32 female, are freelancers and work from home. During COVID lockdown 2021, my husband got new clients and started earning 5 times his salary. We lived in a nice T2, but once he started earning more, he started to hate it. He said he needed more space and a better bathroom, and that if we work from home, we need a bigger place. He started looking for apartments and settled on this 4-bedroom, 250-meter penthouse duplex. It was a gorgeous, but too big and more than double our rent. I didn't agree to it because in our new 2-bed, he never helped with cleaning, and when I asked him to clean, it would end in a fight or a 2-day thing before he finally picked up a broom. I knew the house would cause more problems and I would be left with the cleaning. Plus, it was so expensive. I certainly couldn't afford it. I didn't want to move, but he insisted and promised that we would get some help and he would take care of the rent. Just like I predicted, he never helped with the cleaning and said that I should cover the cost of a weekly cleaner as he paid the rent. By this time, my husband hired me as a copywriter for his clients and had me on a fixed salary. Obviously, I knew how much his clients were paying him because I didn't pay rent. I wasn't getting my full cut. Fine, I don't pay rent. I'm okay with that. I find it unfair, but can't be bothered to argue about it. 2. Fast forward to last month. I got a new gig and stopped working for my husband. This new job gives me 3 times what I'm used to earning with my husband. He would check on me almost daily and started counting all the hours I was working. He constantly asked, "How much are you making this month?" Remember, this is the first month with my new clients. So by the 3rd or 4th time, I asked him outright, "Why are you so concerned with how much I'm making?" And he responds with, "I think you should pay this month's rent, as I've been taking care of it for 12 months. I was shocked. Like, the whole rent? Not even halfsies? I need to add that the rent is 2/3 of my first salary, and my salary is not fixed. I'm still freelancing and invoicing at an hourly rate. My husband is way more comfortable than me. He has lots of money stored in crypto. He has an apartment in Berlin that he rents out, a whole company, and he has savings. I have neither of those things and no savings to my name. I told him not to guilt me or corner me into paying for something that I didn't agree to. If you need help, let's talk about it." He started bringing up holidays, trips, etc., and threw everything in my face. Now it's day 2 and he's not speaking to me, and I honestly don't know what to say or do. So I need clarity and some advice. Am I the asshole? Or is he? Both of them have their own mistakes in this story. Her husband shouldn't have made a condition if she'd make her pay the whole rent, and should have told her beforehand that she'll make her pay the full rent if she gets her first paycheck. The wife, on the other hand, should have just considered paying the rent from her first paycheck since they both live in that penthouse anyway. She's her husband though, so what's wrong with paying on behalf of him? Trust no one, even my partner's family. So my partner is currently deployed, and it's just me and our baby. I decided to do a 12-ish hour road trip with just my baby, and my partner and I supported my decision. I had an argument with my partner's sister the night before I left, who was very against me going, and even insisted I leave my child with them. I was not comfortable with that decision, and could not understand why going on a road trip was terrible. She even made comments like how she'll go talk to my partner, her brother, even though me and him already have discussed this road trip. I thought we ended on a good note since we all ate together and they were so kind to my face. Fast forward to a few days after I had arrived. I was with a friend who got a notification stating her location could be seen by the owner of the AirTag. AirTags are tracking devices people use for keys. I thought that was very odd since the friend I was staying with the night before got the same notification. However, this time I knew it was my car. I called the police since I had no idea who would AirTag me or follow me all the way to my friend's place. We later found the AirTag hidden under the dashboard where your feet go, under the carpet and floor mat. The police did some digging and found the AirTag belonged to someone in my partner's family. I was furious. I ended up cutting those involved out of my life. Furious because they were so kind to my face and still put an AirTag on the night before I left. Furious because they know I have an Android, so I wouldn't have known if my friends didn't have Apples. Furious because it's so controlling to me and downright creepy to stalk someone. It's been about 2 weeks, and now I'm starting to feel really bad about my harsh decision to cut them out. They claimed they did it for my child's safety. However, they could have just asked for updates or my location. I felt like my privacy was violated, as were my friends and family. I felt undermined as a mother, and that there was no trust in me. However, I can't help but feel bad that my child will go a while without seeing his aunts and uncles who adore him. Even with so many boundaries crossed, I can't help but really feel sad not to have them as a part of his life for a while. I feel guilty for being angry and needing space for a while because I know they truly love their nephew, so I need to know. This was really a harsh decision in some ways, especially when they said it was for their nephew's own good, but I understand that they also crossed the line. If the person in the story really feels bad for her decision, she should talk about it with them just to let her see their nephew. But at the same time, she shouldn't let her guard down around them for crossing her boundaries last time, and never trust them that much again.